Music by the Royal 22nd Regiment, the famed Bandoos, heralded the colorful opening ceremonies at the 1971 Quebec City Brier. Following were the curlers. Some had known the sweet taste of victory in past Canadian curling championships. Others, making their first appearance at the Classic, hoped to bring the coveted MacDonald Brier tankard home for the first time. A special tribute is paid to Saskatchewan's Garnet Campbell, a former championship skip now playing in his 10th national playdown. Then Marc Saint-Hilaire invited Brier trustee, the Honorable Ted Culleton of Saskatchewan, to hold the broom for committee chairman Ray Malenfant to throw the official opening rock. Sweepers, Dr. Maurice Campbell and Roger Saint-Hilaire, tried to bring the stone into the house. But it's light. However, the 1971 Canadian Curling Championship is now declared open. Coins are tossed for last rock advantage and carefully retrieved. The good luck handshakes. Then the action gets underway at Le Pavillon de la Jeunesse. Prince Edward Island leads Saskatchewan 6-5 in this 11th end, but the Prairie Rink is shot as Charlottetown's Kip Reddy throws his first rock. The outturn is right on target, and now the Islanders have 4 red rocks counted. The man with the big swing, Bob Pickering, has the hammer. He too goes with the outturn. Jack Keyes and Gary Ford watch carefully. The blue stone draws in nicely to lie shot. Bill McGregor gives the broom for the chip and roll. Kip delivers. The front end goes to work. It's a great shot, and now PEI lies 5. With a house full of red rocks looking at him, Pickering must make this last stone pay off. He must hit and stick. And he does to count 1. The score is tied 6-6, coming home. The house is empty as the Avonlea skip throws his first stone. With last rock against him, he's trying to hide behind his own short guard. But he's wide, and he's heavy, and slides through to the 12-foot. With last rock advantage, Reddy goes for the tap-out. But now it's Kip's turn to be wide. Sweeping brings it in, but it is now a question of who is shot. Let's look again. And they don't come any closer. Pickering figures he has the edge and again goes with the outturn. He wants to get his last rock behind the guard.
Stay with it, stay with it. Whoa, whoa.
He's got the weight, but again hangs out. He comes into lie shot on the 8-foot. All Kip Reddy has to do is hit and stay anywhere inside the 8-foot.
Yeah, come on.
The front end keeps it straight. The hit is made, and the Islanders get an extra dividend. PEI counts 2 and upsets Saskatchewan 8-6. Playing in the 6th end and tied 4-all with Northern Ontario, Quebec's Big Bill Ott delivers his first stone.
Come on.
He's after the Thunder Bay Rink's shot rock. And he gets it, rolling to the 12-foot to lie 2. Sandy Sargent gives takeout ice to his skip, Bill Tetley. Tetley takes great care with the in-turn delivery. Although he has last rock, he must hit and stay to maintain the advantage. He does to lie 1. All Big Bill can hope for is to make Tetley miss or hit and roll out. The skip from Outremont delivers.
Come on, Hart. Go.
He's right on the broom. The hit is made, and again Quebec lies 2. With Quebec's second stone biting the 12-foot, Tetley must make the shot to keep the host province from stealing the end. The brooms pound away. The takeout is made. Northern Ontario counts 1 to go ahead 5-4 and go on to defeat Quebec. With Skip's last rocks to come in the 9th end, Ontario leads Alberta 6-4 and is shot as Bob Charlebois throws the outturn.
Whoa.
His front end watch,
Hurry.
then go to work. They draw the stone into the 4-foot. Ontario lies 2. Trailing by 2 points and with time running out, one of the all-time greats in Canadian curling, Matt Baldwin of Alberta, delivers his last rock.
Watch it.
Skimming a short guard, he punches the Ontario stone out and narrows the score to 6-5 after 9 ends. In the 10th, Alberta is shot. And Matt, making his first Brier appearance in 12 years, goes with the in-turn. Credited with revolutionizing the game back in the mid-50s, Matt draws in to lie 2. Rich Palmer calls for the in-turn double, and the long and lean Charlebois delivers. The rock has plenty of weight, but is a shade wide. The double is almost there, but Ontario rolls out. Alberta lies 1. With last rock against him, Matt wants to tuck his last stone in behind 2 short guards. The weight is all right, but he's wide. The rock slides in to lie shot on the 8-foot. The Alberta stone is wide open as the skip from Toronto's Avonlea Curling Club goes for the takeout. He hits right on the nose. Ontario counts 1 to go ahead 7-5 and move on to defeat Alberta. With Skip's last rocks to come in the 12th end, Northern Ontario leads British Columbia 12-11 as Bill Tetley goes for BC's shot rock. The in-turn doesn't need any help from the sweepers. The hit is made and Northern Ontario lies 2. With all the 4-foot and most of the 8 open, BC skip Duke Smale goes with the out-turn draw. The front end, with an assist from third Pete Sherba, go to work and bring the BC rock into the 4-foot. The Prince George rink ties it all up 12-12 after 12 and sends the game into an extra end. BC is shot as Smale delivers his first stone. With last rock against him, the Duke wants to set up a little protection. The outturn is a shade heavy, gives protection, but sets up a possible double for Northern Ontario. Tetley takes another look as Sandy Sargent gives the ice. The textbook delivery is made.
Yeah, come on.
The double is missed as the BC guard rolls shot. At the Oshawa Brier, Smale's rink had a 9-1 record. But that year, Ron Northcott of Calgary won with 10 straight victories. Right now, Smale wants to hide his last rock behind the Thunder Bay guard. But he's wide, and he's heavy. Hangs out to slide to the back of the 12-foot and glide through. The vital draw to the 4-foot has to be in every skip's back pocket. That is Bill Tetley's challenge now as he throws the outturn. The big brooms thunder away. It's a magnificent shot as Northern Ontario comes in to cut the button. British Columbia goes down to its first defeat by a score of 13-12. Bill Ott's Quebec rink is trailing Saskatchewan 9-8 in the 11th end, but has 5 rocks in the house. Saskatchewan has last rock and second stone. And that red rock is Big Bill's target. He throws the outturn. The front end gets it past the guard, and the takeout is made. Quebec now lies 6. Bob Pickering has plenty of room to draw to the 4-foot and cut out the 6 Quebec stones, and if he can do it, he'll be 2 up coming home. He goes with the outturn. But has he got the weight? Garnet Campbell comes out to help the front end. But Bob knows he's light, and Quebec picks up a surprising 6-ender to go on and hand Saskatchewan its second defeat. Prince Edward Island and Nova Scotia are all tied up 10-10 coming home, and the Islanders are shot. Kip Reddy appears to be going for the freeze with this outturn. But he's narrow and heavy, pushing his shot rock back to lie 2 and open. Third Doug Carter gives takeout ice to his skip, Frank Hoare of the Truro Curling Club. The sweepers work. The hit is made and Nova Scotia lies 1. Reddy calls for the hit and roll behind his own second stone. If he can make it, the pressure is then on Hoare to pull off the cold draw to the 4-foot ring. Kip throws.
Yeah, come on.
The sweepers keep it up. But the takeout is right on the nose. PEI lies 2. Nova Scotia is 1 rock away from its first victory in the 1971 Canadian Curling Championship. The stone looks good all the way. Hoare hits and stays. Nova Scotia picks up its first win by defeating PEI 11-10. When the defending Canadian and world champions from Manitoba, skipped by Don Duguid, met Saskatchewan, the Pickering rink had already suffered 2 defeats. Manitoba was sharing the lead with Northern Ontario with 7 wins and 1 loss. So it was a crucial battle for both rinks. Here in the 12th end, Saskatchewan leads 8-7 and has last rock as Duguid draws in to cut the button. Knowing he faces virtual elimination from title contention if he drops this game, the lanky, likable skip with a big swing goes for the takeout. But he's narrow and rests. Thinking of that last stone against him, Dogood is after protection for his shot rock. Woody Wood and Jim Pettipiece watch, but the stone looks hot. It comes in to move the shot rock back and stays to lie 2. Doogie knows the takeout is there for Pickering to make. Garnet Campbell gives the ice. The delivery is made. But the rock is heavy and wide. Hits on the outside and rolls up. Manitoba steals one to tie the game 8-all after 12 ends. In the extra end, Saskatchewan again is shot with Skip's rocks to come. Dogood is after the hit and roll behind 2 short guards. Wood and Pettipiece work the boom. And that's just about what Doogie ordered. Manitoba lies 2. Pickering wants to draw behind Manitoba's shot rock. The in-turn is delivered. The sweepers try to hold it up, but Bob is narrow and wrecks. Manitoba still lies 2. We'll plug the port, says Dogood. And Hunter gives the ice. The digit gets a small workout, and then Dogood is ready. The in-turn is thrown. But it hangs out. They try to bring it in to rub off the guard, but to no avail. The port is left open. Again, with everything hanging on his last rock, Pickering must draw inside the 8-foot. Garnet gives the ice. The high swing, and the out-turn is on its way. The ice is kept clean. The rock is swept through the port, and then Doogie tries to sweep it back into the 12-foot. Hunter takes one look and knows the answer. But Donnie decides to double-check, and then he concedes. Saskatchewan hands Manitoba its second loss, 9-8. In their first draw, the Newfoundland rink lost the services of third Les Bowring due to a leg injury. They played a man short until the 5th draw, when the committee ruled they could bring in a second sweeper. In this 11th end against New Brunswick, they're tied 5-5, as skip Bob Cole's first stone draws to the back of the house to lie 1. Playing out of the Beausejour Curling Club in Moncton, skip Paul Bordage is after a draw behind a short Newfoundland guard. The front end tries to keep it up, but the rock bends and pushes the Newfoundland guard into the house to lie 2. With 2 rocks counting, but with last rock against him, Cole would like one out in the front on the 12-foot. The front end tries to keep it straight as the rock starts to bend. Comes into the 12-foot. Newfoundland lies 3. With the Newfoundland shot rock for backing, Bordage elects to go with the out-turn. Anywhere inside the 8-foot will do. But again, the rock starts to bend. It slides through to the back of the 12-foot. Newfoundland steals 2 to go ahead 7-5 after 11 ends and go on to win. When the 11th and final round-robin draw got underway, Bill Tetley's Thunder Bay rink was on top with an 8-1 record. Right behind were Manitoba and Saskatchewan with 7 wins and 2 losses. The only obstacle standing between Northern Ontario and the Canadian Curling Championship was the PEI rink, skipped by cigar-smoking Kip Reddy. With Skip's last rocks to come in the 5th end, the score is 2-all, and PEI lies 2 with last rock advantage. Tetley is after a freeze to the Islanders' shot rock. The front end eases it past the guard, then tries to bring it in. It's close, but inches short of the freeze. The shot is wide open, and with his second stone biting the back of the 12-foot, Reddy has a possible 3. But he's wide on the chip shot and has to settle for 1. PEI goes ahead 3-2 after 5 ends. Northern Ontario is shot with Skip's rocks to come here in the 6th. Kip wants to lay up against Thunder Bay's shot rock. Again, he's wide, and he's heavy, and slides through the house. Northern Ontario lies 1 with last rock advantage. Tetley had faltered in the early ends, letting PEI steal 1 in the 3rd. But right now, he appears to be settling down. The ice is kept clean in front of the out turn. It comes into the edge of the 4-foot. Northern Ontario lies 2. PEI needs a big shot here, and Reddy, complete with cigar, intends to go for it. This is how Bill McGregor and Sandy Sargent saw it. 1 rock is removed, and PEI rolls shot on the 8-foot. A great stone. The 4-foot and part of the 8-foot rings are wide open. Tetley goes with the in-turn. But that old devil, playoff pressure, has reached him. He's light and stops on the 12-foot. PEI steals 1 and goes ahead 4-2. The Islanders stole another in the 7th and never lost the lead, defeating Northern Ontario to force the first 3-way playoff since the Kitchener-Waterloo Brier in 1962. Manitoba got the bye, and Tetley, regaining his old form, knocked off Saskatchewan in the Saturday morning draw. And so, Bob Pickering joined the crowd to watch the final game for the 1971 Canadian curling title. In regulation play, Northern Ontario had edged Manitoba 7-6 to hand the do-good rink its first loss. Here in the 7th end of the playoff final, they lead the defending champions 4-3. Manitoba lies 2 as Tetley goes for a biter near the divider. But he's narrow, and Manitoba still lies 2. With last rock advantage, the sharp-shooting Skip from Winnipeg's Granite Curling Club is going for a big end. Wood and Pettipies melt the ice. Doogie asks for a still greater effort. Result, Manitoba lies 3. The hit and roll is the answer if Northern Ontario is to cut its losses. A double is a possibility. But the rock starts to bend. The hit is made, but the stone doesn't roll far enough. Northern Ontario lies shot, but wide open. The big blue rock is the target as Dogood leaves the hack. It should be a routine taken. And it is. Manitoba counts 3 and goes ahead 6-4. Northern Ontario is shot in the 9th end. Manitoba leads 6-5 as Tetley attempts to place a guard on his shot rock. A stolen point here makes it a tie game. But the stone is hot. Comes into the 12-foot, setting up a possible double. Rod Hunter checks the hitting angle. Looking for his second consecutive Brier title, Doogie goes for the big one. The brooms hammer away. And a magnificent duck. Manitoba lies 3. With last rock against him, Tetley must try and draw behind the Manitoba rock at the front of the 12-foot. Again, the big brooms pound away. But he's an inch or so narrow. Rubs off to roll shot on the 8-foot, but again, a sitting target. The takeout ice, the delivery. And this is what it looks like from ice level. The takeout removes one Manitoba stone, but Duguid and company pick up another big 3-ender to take a commanding 9-5 lead. They go on to defeat Northern Ontario and retain the championship. So the 42nd Brier playdowns end, and the MacDonald tankard stays with skip John Duguid, third Rod Hunter, second Jim Pettipies, and lead Brian Woody Wood. David M. Stewart, president of MacDonald's, congratulates the winners and runners-up, skip Bill Tetley, third Frank Sandy Sargent, second Jim Sargent, and lead Eric Knudsen. Then the finale, the presentation to Canada's 1971 curling champions of the MacDonald Brier Tankard.